You're listening to DraftKings Network.
In the NFL, there is no margin for error. One mistake can change the outcome of a game. Science proves quality sleep can help boost reaction time, recovery time, and overall athletic performance. As the official sleep wellness partner of the NFL, Sleep Number's mission is to provide players with data and insights to optimize their sleep for the ultimate competitive edge. Sleep is essential for recovery, and we all have unique needs. That's why Sleep Number smart beds are perfect for couples, with individualized settings for each side. Since 2018, Sleep Number and the NFL have teamed up to bring quality sleep to elite athletes. 8 out of 10 NFL players, including 80% of Kansas City Chiefs players, trust Sleep Number for their best rest. And now, during Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus special financing for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL. See store for details.
Stugotz here. Smirnoff knows there's no I in football. It's a we thing, an experience best enjoyed together. Whether you are at home or away, we rally together, we cry together, and we always rally cry together. Because in fandom, there's definitely no I. As the world's #1 vodka and the official vodka partner of the NFL, Smirnoff brings an award-winning taste to every game day celebration. Grab a bottle of Smirnoff at your local retailer and head to Smirnoff.com to find recipes of delicious cocktails perfect for game day. Please drink responsibly. Smirnoff, #21 vodka, distilled from grain, 40% alcohol volume. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Please do not share with anyone under legal drinking age.
God bless football, Billy Gill.
God bless football, Mikey A.
God bless football, Mike Golic. God bless football, everyone. We're back. It's here. We're back.
I thought you were actually upset and crying because you were joining us.
No. God bless football. I'm sure you guys will do something to tick me off, but God bless football.
Aloha, football fans.
Yes.
We're back.
This is very exciting. We have Chiefs and Ravens tonight. What a great way to kick off the NFL season. We are live at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. How about that? I mean, this is very exciting. It really is.
It's a show me state, right? Show me. Can the Chiefs show again and go for a three-peat?
Well, what do you think, Ken?
Take a break. Take a break, Kansas City. Let someone else do it.
Take a break.
Take a year off.
That's how Knicks fans felt with the Bulls and Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
In the late 80s and early 90s.
You're just some of the better teams are just caught in the wrong era.
Yeah.
Right? They're just caught in the wrong era.
This is such a fun time because the NFL kicks off. College football has already kicked off. You have Major League Baseball approaching the interesting part of their season, the postseason. And so everything is just kind of happening at once. And it's really cool. Mike, I'm wondering here because you've talked to us a lot about training camp in the past and how grueling it is and how guys just want to get through it. Can you describe for us and the audience what it is like to get through that? And then you're playing for the Chiefs or you're playing for the Ravens and you are a mere few hours away from starting your season. What is that feeling like?
The greatest day is the day you broke camp. Again, when I was playing, there would be camp. When I first started playing, camp would be 6 weeks.
Right.
And then it went down to like 4 weeks. But you just waited. You started by the end of my career, you started a week before the preseason started and went through the third game of the preseason. That was always the goal, get to the third game and then break camp. And then we didn't practice. It wasn't done as much when I played where you practice with another team before you played them in the preseason game. And I think that's the best work teams get now is start practicing like Wednesday, Thursday, and then play them Saturday in the preseason game. We didn't do that. So to hit another color jersey or somebody who wasn't on your team, you were frothing at the mouth. So A, you broke camp, you just felt relieved. And B, that opening game, there was so much built up inside to we get to now hit another person on another team.
I thought Billy had something there. He was leaning in he had something there. Right?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm just taking this all in, man. I can't believe it. You said have the Chiefs give someone else a chance. I'm wondering, is this going to be a repeat of last year's opening night for the Chiefs? Because you get on the high of you win the Super Bowl, it's ring night, everybody's here to celebrate, and then you lose to the Lions.
I said this morning on Gojo and Mike's morning show on the DraftKings Network that this is a must-win game for the Ravens.
Wow.
The Chiefs don't care about this game. The Ravens have to win this game. They do.
The only other side I'll say to that is I think Patrick Mahomes, great players, all players should, but great players really do. We've seen Tom Brady do it. We've seen Michael Jordan do it. Kobe do it. Is you find a chip on your shoulder. You create a chip on your shoulder. And for Mahomes, it was like he's happy they went back-to-back in the Super Bowl, but he's mad at their offense because it was a defensive-led team. And he wants it to be an offensive-led team with incredible numbers. So I do think from that standpoint that they will come out and he is going to toss the ball downfield. Xavier Worthy, ran the fastest time ever for 40 at the Combine, is that speed guy to get behind the defense. You have Travis actually playing in this game like he didn't last year because of the hyperextended knee. So I think Pat feels the offense has something to prove.
It's going to be interesting to see if this is a fast year for the pace of the Chiefs offense, because last year, when you think Chiefs, you think high-powered offense, you think the big plays, right? But in reality, the Chiefs last year, their pace of play when they were leading games was like 26th in the league. They slow it down when
that's what Mike is saying. Like Mahomes wants to. Not only does he want to win, he wants to be the reason that his team wins.
And they're a motion team. They're one of the top motion teams, so that's always going to take a little bit of time to send. They and the Rams probably the two biggest motion teams out there. But yeah, I just feel like Pat has a lot to prove. He has more weapons on the offense. So 4/5. Yeah, I know you have a rookie starting at left tackle, but you have the rest of your line still starting.
You also had somewhat forgotten the Chiefs, while winning the Super Bowl, weren't dominant last year.
No.
It looked like teams had finally caught up to them. You had the Ravens that looked like they caught up. You had the Bills that looked like they caught up, and then you had to run through the Chiefs in the playoffs, and they ran through everyone.
It's because
on the road,
the offense. And that's one thing they did prove is the talk was, Mahomes can do it at home, but can he do it on the road? Yep, and check that box. He can do it on the road pretty well
against good quarterbacks.
But they weren't blowing teams out because the offense wasn't the normal, big strike offense where you had to outscore them. You had to beat them 35-32 or 28-24, and not 17-10 to get a win in the AFC Championship game like they did against Baltimore.
Well, there was Strosa luck too, right? There's missed field goals. They had to
drop
back.
Passes.
Exactly,
the amount of drop passes.
1,000-degree weather.
Yeah, but I don't think you'll find a Super Bowl champion that didn't have some luck along the way. It's a weird game.
You between injury to opponents or some luck, the ball bouncing the right way. Certainly, you have to have some of that.
It becomes completely forgotten, and the winning the back-to-back, and now if they three-peat, it becomes a question of where are they in terms of dynasties? Where are they in relation to the Patriots? Where are they in relation to the 70 Dolphins? Where are they in relation to the Steel Curtain?
I mean, they're a dynasty. They're right with them. I mean, now they have to match. I mean, now you're talking about it's like different rooms in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Like, I just use him because I played with him. The late, great Reggie White is in a separate room. With like Bruce Smith and Aaron Donald one day, a separate room.
Lawrence
Taylor,
right.
A separate room. But there's plenty in the hall, but they're separate rooms. There'll be a dynasty, but they're separate dynasties. There's the long New England dynasty. There's the 4 and 5 years dynasty of the Steelers, which you would kind of put the Chiefs in that category of, especially if they put 3 in a row, 4 in the last however many years. I mean, there absolutely would be a dynasty.
Who's the biggest threat to them this year, though?
Jets.
You didn't.
I did it. I said it. Yeah.
Stop it.
I picked them to play Cincinnati in the AFC Championship game. So I guess that would be Cincinnati would be the biggest threat to them. And then I actually have them losing the Super Bowl to Detroit. So I don't have them three-peating. I have them getting back there.
Golics love the Campbell.
The AFC is much deeper, obviously, than
why is that surprising that the Golics love Dan Campbell? I mean,
I love Dan, but I love the team.
But Dan, right?
I know Dan. I'm not picking them to win the Super Bowl because of Dan Campbell. He's part of it.
Wait a second. If I told you, how long have you known Dan?
I mean, I've known him just through ball for a number of years.
But if I told you like 15 years ago that one day that man was going to be a Super Bowl champion winning coach, you would have told me what?
I would have said you're crazy.
Wow.
I mean, especially even with his first. I remember as a former player listening to his introductory presser talking about how they're going to bite kneecaps and and I just thought to myself, oh, the players on the team have to be going, oh, my God, training camp is going to be so frigging hard because of this tough-ass coach.
Well, he showed up with a motorcycle helmet at the press conference the first season.
I mean, he's out there doing up-downs with him and stuff, but he's what a joy he has been.
You mentioned the Bengals. I feel, Billy, you have said to me, I think, on our show that Joe Burrow needs to show you something.
Yeah,
you know?
it's time, Mike. I think he needs to show us something finally.
He's gotten injured. He was in the Super Bowl.
Show us you can't get injured.
Show us you can stay healthy.
Just show us something.
He's had a knee, he's had a
Even
wrist.
if it's health, show us something.
He's had a knee, he's had a wrist, and he's had an appendectomy.
Well,
So his appendix.
Show me
bursting.
something
Wow.
besides your appendix.
Yeah.
you know whose appendix hasn't burst? Patrick Mahomes.
No, it has not.
Yeah.
And I really feel 2 in a row. He feels like the offense has something to prove. They're going to be a tough out.
It also feels like what's going to stop them is just Andy Reid deciding he's had enough of coaching.
Well,
at this
I mean,
point, right? Because the way the team's constructed,
I'm not certain that would stop Mahomes, though.
But all the people at the top are getting their money, but they find all the complementary pieces just to make things work.
So the trifecta of Andy, Pat, and Travis, the first one you're probably going to lose is Travis. Andy's just having a ball. I don't see Andy. People thought when they won back-to-back he might walk away, but he's coming on our show.
Mike, I know you wait your entire life to get a quarterback like this. Why would you leave now?
I could see Travis leaving of the 3 first. Being 35 years old, most tight ends are retired by then, but he's still going and still adding to his Hall of Fame resume. But they just keep picking up the pieces. Lose Tyreek Hill, have trouble at the wide receiver position, a lot of drops, still win back-to-back Super Bowls.
He's 27 years old. He's won 3 Super Bowls. He's won 3 Super Bowl MVPs. And the fact that he's finding things to motivate himself and still can find things to motivate himself, that's the difference between the Reggie Whites, the Patrick Mahomeses, and everyone else.
He's 84 yards, which he'll get tonight, 84 yards away from breaking the franchise passing yards, breaking Len Dawson's record. And he's been in the league, 7 years?
Yeah.
27, 28?
Yeah, 28 years
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's insane. I think Billy has a game that's going to make your head explode. I do want to talk some college with you, and perhaps we'll do it at the end of the segment because Notre Dame had a big win last week.
They did.
There's a big game this week with Texas and Michigan. Billy and I are already upset with the expanded playoffs. Yeah. These games don't mean as much as they used to, the regular season games.
I'm just happy we're talking early enough where we're not doing a ranking yet.
Big,
so I don't have to
big news coming in the BCS, Mike. Big news.
The committee's already met this year, Mike. There are some sweeping changes this year. Don't worry. But first, a segment that we've been promising you, but we haven't given you a lot of information on.
No, you have not. You've
Here's
been a little coy with this.
This is a segment. It's called Don't Look Now.
Don't
right,
look
Mike? So I'm going to need you to put on this blindfold.
Because you can't look.
Because
you can't look.
Right.
Whoa,
so
wait. I'm putting on a blindfold.
I'm going to put on this blindfold, and then we're going to play Don't Look Now.
Yes.
All right, you trust us, right?
Now, Mike, I will tell you. No, he does not. I will tell you I had nothing to do with the creation of this game, but I support everything Billy Gill does. So I am good with it.
Well, you're going to have questions for Don't Look Now, Stugotz.
I am.
I'm normally just ready for any game you guys want to play. It's just Billy getting me mad.
Oh,
Right.
wait,
yes.
what?
Yes.
Yeah.
But now we can't see your anger because you're.
Oh my God, I can't see. Don't get near me. Don't
look now.
touching.
It's a small desk, Mike.
All right.
I'm near
Do
everything.
you want us to remind you the name of the game and how to play it, or
What is it called again?
Don't Look Now?
Don't look now.
Yes.
I can't look now.
All right, so here's how this goes, Mike. Don't Look Now. Mar Chase practiced yesterday.
Don't look, Mike.
Okay.
Don't look.
And
Well,
Comment.
You tell us.
oh well,
look.
I mean, so
Without looking.
So this is very odd. I'm not going to lie. Not be able to look at people when I talk. It's a game of chicken with he and Cincinnati. Who blinks first? Does he sit? Does he sit in the first game against New England, where they should win anyway, or does he sit and saying, "Hey, I may sit for the second game, which is against Kansas City"? And if you're looking for home field toward the end of the season, that would be a big game, even though it would be week 2. And Cincinnati has never paid anybody 2 years out from their deal being done. So it's a game of chicken. I could see him sitting out a game or two.
I love a game of chicken. I cannot believe you're doing this.
I cannot believe
This man is a Hall of Famer.
I feel you guys are doing things around me.
He's in multiple Hall of Fames. He's
Game
in
of
the
Chicken's
Wrestling
another
Hall of
game
Fame.
like that.
He's in Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable.
He's just not in the Hall of Fame that he wants to be in.
No, that's the truth. That's the truth.
Well,
I'm so jealous.
Mike, don't look now, but the NFL might move opening weekend to Labor Day and have games 5 days in a row: Thursday, Friday,
I
Saturday,
love
Sunday,
this.
Monday.
I love it.
Well, I mean, the only day the NFL has not actually had it, they've had a game played on Tuesday because that was a weather issue. They've never had a game scheduled on Tuesday. Wednesday will be the first time this year because of Christmas. So it doesn't shock me. Doesn't shock me that they would move it, that they would go five. Listen, football is king. They basically are bigfooting the NBA on Christmas now. And I loved last year when they played on Christmas the first time, there were some NBA people saying, oh, the NBA is still going to be, no, you're not. Sorry. Everybody loses to the NFL. Quite honestly, mostly everybody loses to college football as well. But the NFL can do no wrong.
That is the NFL saying, hey, college football, we don't like that you have your own weekend, and we're going to take it from you.
Here's
look now.
So one other quick thing about, how college... Don't look, and I can't even see my hands.
One quick thing is
they're still there.
College and NFL hate to do the same thing, like have the same rules.
Right.
So much so, did you see the new thing that college football started this year?
The 2 minutes?
The 2-minute timeout.
Why can't they
It's
call
not
it?
a 2-minute because of the NFL calls it a 2-minute warning.
wanna
I think I'm
separate
looking at
themselves.
Billy now.
Yes. Yeah, but you shouldn't be looking at Billy.
don't
The NFL calls it a 2-minute warning. College doesn't want to be to emulate the NFL, so they call it the 2-minute timeout. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Don't look now, Mike.
Yeah.
FSU doesn't look the same without Jordan Travis.
Well, they don't look the same. There's two teams you can listen. Every year there are portal teams that go to the portal. And they went to the portal to get DJ. They went to the portal to get some Alabama players. They went to get to the portal on defense, and it hasn't come to fruition. Remember, there's no preseason games in college, so it's tough to build that chemistry. Though you look at a team like Miami, the U. I felt somebody's hand out.
That was mine.
You guys are
Mike,
doing
sorry.
something.
No. We were passing cards.
passing
That's all.
notes.
Yeah.
The U has ranked in the top 10 in the last few recruiting cycles of high school and the last couple of portal cycles as well. And you look at them; they came out of the gate strong. So the thing with Florida State, to me, it's not so much the quarterback. DJ is a guy.
You can't pronounce that last name, and
way
I don't
to
blame you. I
bail
would
on
try
that.
it either, especially with a blindfold on.
DJ Uyunglele.
Close, yes.
DJ Uyunglele.
However you
no
pronounce
idea.
it, wherever he
Ungulale.
goes, he doesn't win. So.
DJ Ungulale.
Yep.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
at
it's right here,
Clemson,
Mike.
Oregon State, and
You
now.
Wrote it down for you.
But in all honesty, Florida State is losing on the O line and the D line. That's been their real issue.
The good news, Mike, with the expanded playoffs, you know what they say? If you're going to lose twice in week one, do it early.
The rare 0-2 team after week one.
They are not running the table, and they are
No.
not going to make the playoffs, and they were the favorite to win the ACC.
Mike, don't look now.
Oh, boy.
You mentioned them, but the U is back.
Let me tell you, they have hit it well with the portal. They've hit it well with recruiting. They hit it well with this transfer quarterback, Cam Ward. That kid looks so... cool
Poised.
under pressure, nonchalant, poised. Now, he's going to throw his share of interceptions because dude loves to roll left and throw back to the right.
Yes.
And he had an interception in the game against Florida, but also had a couple touchdowns doing that. He will take a chance and he will throw an interception, but he will make some great throws. To me, it's week one. But he's the Heisman favorite in week one as we just talk about that. But they look to be back, and with Florida State losing twice in the conference already, Virginia Tech losing to Vanderbilt, Miami is poised in their schedule. We talk about Notre Dame's schedule not too damning, not too demanding, and they got rid of maybe the toughest one in Texas A&M. Miami's schedule is not too demanding either.
They may run into a situation where they don't play against a ranked team.
That's
all
right.
season.
That's exactly
So they're
right.
going to put up
Louisville is
monster
up there.
numbers,
Yep,
and
they
then
are.
it'll come down to the ACC championship game, and then we'll see, I guess, once they make the playoffs. Even so, though, it's been so long since they've made the playoffs, and obviously there's the expanded playoffs this year, but if they make the playoffs, it's already, I think, a win for Mario from where he's been at
agree.
Miami so far. You just kind of wonder how he's able to then replicate it next year once they lose their quarterback.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Notre Dame has Sam Hartman last year, and then they bring in Riley Leonard. It's like, do you develop a quarterback or do you bring in a quarterback every year and start new?
Well, that's Mario's strength,
both,
right?
I think,
Recruiting
right?
is his strength,
Yes.
so this actually may be a perfect system for
Yes.
him, where if he's just able to find interchangeable parts every season.
Why am I blindfolded?
Well, because don't look
Because
now.
you don't want you to look now.
You're
Keep it
killing
on,
it.
right. You're
Mike
doing a
pointed
great
this
job.
out to me
Yeah.
privately,
Yeah.
Mike. We think that the blindfold is heightening your analyst senses.
Yeah,
You
your
know what
other
I mean? You
analysts
lose
are
the sense of sight, and now your analytical senses
That's an
have.
interesting thought, Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy?
Don't look. How'd you know he was over there? Hey,
Billy?
stop looking. Don't look now. But Iowa has a quarterback.
Iowa has an offense. You know they have a defense.
Right.
Now, how deep is the Big Ten? It's Ohio State. Oregon didn't look that great. Penn State looked excellent. Michigan, I don't think, is going to have a year. And Iowa, I mean, you get 2, maybe 3 Big Ten teams. Could Iowa be one of them? We always had the issue with their offense, but now they're scoring points. So, and you know they have a tough defense. So possibly watch out for Iowa. That's a great take.
Billy, should we let him look now? Or
Yeah, you can look if you want, I guess. How'd that go?
Slowly.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's bright out here.
Bright light.
It is very sunny here in Kansas City. It is beaming.
Sunshine
That was
State.
interesting. It may have heightened my awareness of other things.
You're welcome.
Right.
Call a game with your eyes closed.
Oh my God! If you go up to the booth with a blindfold on, your partner will be disappointed. But
Start the
wait
game.
until you start breaking it down.
I'll be breaking it down based off his play-by-play. So how good is Ryan Radke at play-by-play? Will he let me be an analyst with blindfolds? That is a great point.
All right, Mike, I don't want to tell you too much, but the next time you're on with us live, we're going to play a segment called Paint Me a Picture. And I'm not going to tell you how that works, but
Right, don't.
Oh.
Right. You can think about it and, try to
there's
provide
an
some
easel
information.
involved.
Horrible at art. I'm horrible.
But you can paint a picture.
You can paint a picture.
It'd be a stick figure.
No, don't sell yourself short.
I'm selling
I'm sure
myself
you're
way
actually gonna
short
have
on
to
art.
Excellent job.
That was fun. I'm not going to lie. I'm
was it
glad I
really?
can see again, but it's fun.
Wait until you see what Billy was doing to you with the blindfold.
Oh, God.
Stugotz here. Smirnoff knows there's no I in football. It's a we thing. Best enjoyed with good drinks and great company, home or away. We rally together, cry together, and always rally cry together because there's no I in fandom. Now that I'm thinking about it, what a great last name for a middle linebacker. I mean, are you kidding me? Jack Smirnoff. Oh, my I love it. Smirnoff, the world's #1 vodka, is perfect for easy, delicious cocktails for fans over 21. Grab a bottle of Smirnoff at your local retailer and head to Smirnoff.com to find recipes of delicious cocktails perfect for game day. Please drink responsibly. Smirnoff #21 vodka, distilled from grain, 40% alcohol volume. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Please do not share with anyone under legal drinking age.
And we're back.
We are.
Stugotz,
Yes.
Godless Football is presented by Smirnoff. We do game days. Please drink responsibly. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Stu, look who we found.
It's amazing.
It seems like when football's
Yes.
going on, our next guest is just
Hovering around.
about.
I walked into the stadium this morning. I walked past the thousands of cars, people tailgating.
Unbelievable.
At 5:30 in the morning here in Kansas City. We're live at Arrowhead. And I stumbled into Trey Wingo. He was not tailgating, by the way. He was just hovering.
meandering aimlessly, as I tend to do.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I am doing excellent. Thank you for joining us here.
Oh, come on. It's my honor. Thank you for the invitation.
And welcome to the DraftKings family, man.
Very excited about
Yes.
that, yeah.
So what are you doing before the game?
Pre-game power-up is going to be the new show on DraftKings Network, Monday and Thursday nights, 6 to 7 Eastern. We'll get you set for the primetime games. Claudia Bellafato and Emerson Lazzi are going to join us, as well as Marshall Newhouse, former offensive lineman for the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And we're just going to get you set with the betting lines, your fantasy lineups, and everything you need to know about the primetime games. Really looking forward to it.
You love this day. I don't care how long you've been doing it, and you've been doing it for a long time, Trey, at the highest of levels, but you love today.
Do you take that as a compliment or insult, the way he's saying that? You've been doing this for
He's been doing it for a long time at the highest of levels, is what I said. The first time I met Trey was at a bathroom in ESPN.
That is true. Look at my hair.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no color left, so I can't run away from it.
The hair's still there, though.
Listen, if the two choices were gray and gone, I'll take gray. Sorry, Junior.
You wear that gray proud.
Well, what am I going to do?
No, but it looks good.
With all due respect to people that are my age that suddenly magically have all their hair color, I'm looking at them like, we know, right? We know. Or they just have the little gray on the sides.
Yeah.
Like or my favorite one is when their beard is half gray and black and their hair is either all brown or all black. Like, we know. Yeah. Like, it's fine, and you can do whatever you want, but we know.
Name names.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to wear hats to cover up the fact that they're bald.
I feel like you should try it out, Trey, just once,
Go
Give
shave?
it a whirl. No, not shave.
No, look, just for a minute, it looks so natural, no one can tell.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so.
I mean, go printer black with it, though.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Go really dark.
I can't.
I think you're honestly working with a blank canvas, right? You could go any color.
I could.
Yeah.
As opaque as I am, I would go with anything. Sure.
Trey, we had Golic on earlier, and he was talking about...
Well, don't look now, but I want to hear about it.
Okay.
I mean,
look at you. Do you want to be blindfolded as well? I mean...
Well, that's it. Stugotz, don't reveal our inner secrets.
We took this from me, Trey.
It was next to the hairdryer.
Well, this is what I love about Trey. This is post ESPN Trey Wingo. This is a man who, for decades, had someone in his ear going, sport, football, sport, football, sport, football. Yeah. We get here, opening day, Arrowhead Stadium. We have the Chiefs-Ravens, great game. Yeah. Trey comes on the morning show with me, Golic, and Gojo. And where does he start? Hair blowers.
Yeah. Why do they hide the hairdryer in the hotel room? I don't understand. Why
right next to the Bible.
Yeah, it's in the drawer, in the safe, in the closet. Put it in the bathroom. Yeah. Like, why is this a game? I don't understand. Yeah. There you go.
Why are you making me work?
Exactly.
It's just a hairdryer.
I do enough of that. Just tell me where it is.
So Golic was telling us that last year's Super Bowl, satisfying, of course, you won the Super Bowl, but guys like Patrick Mahomes, Kobe Bryant, guys like that, they want to be the reason their teams win the Super Bowl, and perhaps Mahomes didn't feel like he was the reason. Yeah. It was more the defense, maybe the running game, and Pacheco. Do you agree with that?
I think that what's interesting to me is he was on the podium last year in Vegas, and they hadn't even given him the Lombardi Trophy yet. And the first thing you hear him say is, nobody's ever gotten 3 in a row. Like, he was thinking about it in that moment.
Right.
And to your point about the defense, yes, absolutely, the defense did a much better job start to finish last year for the Chiefs. But let's look at the game itself. The coldest thing I've ever seen in sports was a text that Patrick Mahomes sent to his family right before the end of the regular season last year. It was their worst regular season in terms of wins. They were 11-6. He had the fewest yards per attempt of his career. The receivers led the league in drops. I mean, they were not good. He texted his family on their chain and said, "I've decided we're going to win the Super Bowl. Not that we're going, or I think we can win. I've decided." Okay? And then what happened? There was only one touchdown drive for the Chiefs in that game. The muff punt led to a MVS touchdown on one play. They hold the Niners to a field goal. They need a touchdown to win the game in overtime. 4th and 1, he scrambles for it. Next play, he hits Marquez Valdes-Scantling, who runs backwards for 8 yards,
Yep.
okay? They erase that in 2 plays. They get another scramble for a first down on 3rd and whatever. Then he hits Travis Kelce over the middle for a first down. The very next play, Mecole Hardman touchdown. He basically said, "I've decided we're going to win the game."
Right.
Coldest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Pretty amazing, huh?
It's ridiculous. He's an insane person.
You would think you would use that power for something more important than winning a Super Bowl.
What's more important? As a Jets fan, I ask you, what's more important?
Hey, I've decided today that cancer is no longer around. If you had that kind of power.
I don't think
that's a false equivalency.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Patrick Mahomes is great. I don't know that he has the cure for cancer.
He hasn't decided it yet.
He just wakes up one morning, decides, I don't care how badly we played, I'm going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. That's his power.
It's pretty freaking cool. And if we want to, like, this is God Bless Football. If you don't mind me nerding out for a second. Since 2000, let me get the year right. Okay. There have been 120 situations in the postseason where the team got the ball left with under a minute to play, at least under a minute to play in the fourth quarter. The premise being it was either under a minute to play in the fourth quarter or in overtime.
Right.
And of those 125 instances over the time frame, I think it was 2000, 40% of the time the team that needed whatever they needed to either win or extend the game got it, right? And some quarterbacks some quarterbacks are very good at it. Like Tom Brady, I think, was 5 for 11 in those situations. He converted 40%. Drew Brees was 3 of 6, 50%, very good. There's only one quarterback that's perfect, and that's Patrick Mahomes. 7 out of 7 in those situations. In a playoff game in the fourth quarter, under a minute to play, whatever you need to either win the game or send it to overtime, he gets the points necessary. That's an insane thing. It's an insane thing.
He also, as the game was going on, we've talked about this, obviously, ad nauseum last year after the Super Bowl in particular. You kind of saw the difference in the experience there, right? Where the 49ers flat out said after the game they didn't know the situation. And at home, a lot of us didn't know what was going on. Is this a situation where if the overtime clock runs out, the game is over? Do they need to score? And the Chiefs, just because they've been there before, just because of what you're saying with Patrick Mahomes, with Andy Reid, they were never panicked.
No, since 2001, but that was off by a year. But
they knew that right. we just have a drive in us. We're going to take as long as we need to. We're going to do what we have to do. We're not going to be forced to do something that we don't want to do here.
Well, and to that point, like when the Niners won the toss and got the ball, the Chiefs were like, fine, do it. Do what you got to do. Like
the ball is yours.
Mahomes ran off field. Say they wanted it. Fine, take it. So now we know exactly what we need to do. And again, I just think that's Andy, that's Patrick preparing every situation, much in the same way Bill and Tom used to do the same thing in New England.
Who has the most pressure to cut, like of the coaches and the quarterbacks out there that haven't won a Super Bowl? Whether it's Kyle Shanahan, whether it's Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Who is the person with the most amount of pressure to get it done?
I think it might be Lamar because
I think it has to be, right?
Because no matter what happens in the regular season this year, right? No matter what happens, they're going to say, okay, fine, now do it. Like, I'm not a believer that wins and losses are quarterback stats, so I preface it this way. With Lamar Jackson as the starting quarterback, the Ravens are 2-5 in the postseason.
Right.
With Patrick Mahomes as a starting quarterback, the Chiefs have more Super Bowl wins, 3, than Lamar Jackson's Ravens have playoff wins, 2.
That's good.
And by the way, the Chiefs' record is 15-3 in the postseason, and there's only one active quarterback that can claim his team has beaten Patrick Mahomes in the postseason, and that's Joe Burrow and the Bengals. The other two are to Tom Brady.
Well, it depends if you believe if Tom Brady is done. I mean,
well, I don't think Tom knows that he's done. Let's be honest. He keeps saying, "I got something for you." Well, then stop this other crap and come back and play.
It is amazing.
I'm tired of it.
It is amazing. The only guy that could beat that guy, Mahomes, was a 39 or 40-year-old Tom Brady with the Bucs.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. But you think Mahomes is better, I could tell.
I think he's going to go down as the greatest player of all time.
Wow.
I mean, you look at the numbers between their first 6 years or first 7 years as starters, he's blowing Brady out of the water.
It's crazy to think that like the expectation to be the best ever is you need to win 7.
See, I don't think that's ever going to happen.
No, but like the crazier part is it could happen with Patrick Mahomes.
Well, if he
27,
right, he could do it.
If he wins this one, and no one's ever done it, and that's the hardest thing about it. Like no one's ever done it. He's got 4 before 30.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
There's maybe
that's
12,
crazy.
13 years left to
Correct.
get 3.
And he wants to play that long.
Yeah.
Right. He has to get to 8, though, I think. Like 7-7. Push goes to Brady, I feel like.
No, because Mahomes is winning in all those stat categories, too.
Yeah, but he won with Belichick and then went to Tampa.
The team was loaded, though, and then they added Antonio Brown and Gronk. It's like, here, just do no wrong. You know what I mean?
Trey, thank you. Welcome home.
Thank you. It's good to be
Your
back.
home is football, Trey.
Yes. My home is with you, Stu.
All right. We'll see. Oh, thank you.
Here,
we'll
don't forget this.
We'll see you hovering
Don't look
around.
now, but Stu and I are going to do some nasty stuff later.
Okay.
Yes. We'll see you hovering around football later today.
Likely.
Stugotz here for my friends over at DraftKings. NFL Week 1 is here. It's back. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the best place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code LAF. That's code LAF for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium on us. How about that? Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/FT Ball. NFL Plus premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Stugotz.
Yeah.
We're joined by another friend.
I know.
Mike Golic Jr.
I'm so excited.
I love opening night because it's a who's who of people walking around.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. You're just grabbing people on the DraftKings network that are walking around the outside of this building. You're right. But it's still going to be a who's who of who's walking around.
In fairness to us, we didn't know that Trey was working at DraftKings when we grabbed him. He was just walking around.
I don't think he was working at DraftKings when we grabbed him.
No, I think they just signed that paper.
They saw him and they're like, you
because
know
we
who
walked him in.
use?
Yeah.
It's Trey Wingo.
Trey Wingo.
He seems like he
Up
might
and
still have
comer.
some gas left.
Yeah.
Hovering around football.
That's what we're going to run into today, though, right? Like, that's just going to be everywhere. We're in this corner of the parking lot, right? But everywhere else in the stadium, that's what's going on.
Yeah, I mean,
football's back. I love this feeling. This is my first opening night.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh,
I'm so
really?
excited.
And
Congratulations.
especially here, too. Like, I don't feel like everywhere you get fans out at 9 o'clock in the morning grilling the biggest steaks I've ever seen.
9 o'clock is such an undersell. Like, you guys pulled in here at
5:30
like
they were here.
5:50, 5:30 in the morning. When we pulled in at 7 in the morning, there was already a line 50 deep of cars. And the parking lots are not going to open for hours. And they just pulled out their tailgating tents and set them up in the line there.
They had special tailgating tents made for parking in front of a certain gate before they're allowed in.
Oh, I did a hit on a KC radio station this morning after our show, and they said there were people that went to the Royals game last night and just stayed.
Wow.
Like, just stayed in the parking
That's a
lot
heady
that exists
play.
between the two of them. Yeah, I know. Heads
You
up.
probably
on that.
save on parking that way. How's that allowed?
I have no idea.
No.
It seems like they're pretty fast and loose with the fan rules here, as long as everybody just,
As long as they're rooting for the Chiefs.
Why are you such a stickler for the rules?
Well, without rules, there's chaos. And you know me, not a
don't like
fan.
chaos.
Animals,
Not a
dude.
fan.
Not a fan of
you want to
chaos.
introduce your game to Golic?
Oh, you want to play a new game, Mike?
Yeah.
Love
New
to.
season,
Right.
new games.
Wow.
We already debuted a little bit earlier. Don't Look Now with your dad.
He was great.
Very excited
Did he
game.
look?
He did not look.
He did not. He
Couldn't.
followed the rules, which is great because, as you know, I'm a stickler for the rules.
We're pretty certain he's going to go up to the booth and call the game with a blindfold on. That's how good he was.
That's the final form. I mean, it's radio anyway, so no one would know. It would be a great litmus test if we all knew he was calling in a blindfold, but no one listening.
You look angelic in this lighting. I'm
really
going to say.
do.
I'm looking at this white shirt with the sun coming in. I mean,
It's nice,
There's
man.
a halo of football around
Yeah.
you. It's wonderful.
I think that's what it is. It's not the sun, it's opening night.
that's
Right.
probably what
And
it
he's
is.
also sitting next to me.
God bless football, am I right?
God bless football, Stugotz.
So, we have a new game. It's called Winners and Losers, presented by Smirnoff, the world's #1 vodka. Please drink responsibly.
Like Smirnoff.
You excited to play Winners and Losers?
I am excited to play winners and losers, especially since no one's won or lost yet.
Well,
Or have they? You didn't let me finish. Or have they?
well, so you would think. Now, remember, Winners and Losers not exclusive to the NFL. This is God Bless Football, so college can be involved here.
Okay.
Or we could just be commenting on individual situations. Is someone a winner or are they a loser? Now, this is how I think we should do it, and Stugotz and I have been butting heads on this. I think that we should all present a winner or a loser. Stugotz wants me to present people to you and say, is this a person a winner or a loser?
Which way would you like us to do it, Mike?
Yeah. Something we should have figured out before we started
Producing
recording.
on
but
the
that's
fly.
That's
Okay.
how we do it here.
Taking
on
you
God
guys
Bless Football.
behind the curtain.
Yeah.
A little bit of the God Bless Football universe.
So, Billy, you decide here, okay?
I think we present winners and losers. Now, for your winner or loser, it could be the winner of the NFC West.
Right.
It could be the loser of the NFC West.
Could be.
It could be the winner of the MVP award. It could be the loser of the college football weekend.
I see where you're
So
going.
here's an example.
So how many winners, how many losers?
As many as we can do in 10 minutes.
And what does Gojo do? Does he have to present us with a winner?
Well, he's here. He's participating.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go last year. I'm going to soak it up, and then I'm going to come in and back cleanup.
Right. The reason I was suggesting the other way, not to get too bogged down with semantics, was it keeps him more involved in the segment.
No, he's going to be involved. He's involved because I can present a winner or a loser, and then there can be comment on the winner or the loser.
Playful banter.
Yeah, exactly. He gets it.
He does. You're right, Billy.
You're not getting it today. I don't know what's going on. You're sleepy.
okay?
Like, what's
Football
happening
starting.
here? I know, but you're not like. We're getting
Got
like a
30
B
minutes
game
of
right
sleep
now
last
at best.
night.
I apologize. No, it's on me for not getting.
Well,
what
here's
we're
the
doing.
thing. Here's what he's going to tell you. I did 2 hours of show already today, which you did as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he gets the game and I don't.
Yeah, that's true. And he did a KFC hit. I don't know if you or KC hit. I don't know if you heard that earlier. He just dropped that
mixed
in
in
a
another
radio
one. I wish
hit.
it was a KFC.
I've done a KFC.
Oh,
You would have preferred
Mikey A's favorite hit.
I've done it.
finger licking good.
Oh man,
Not a sponsor yet.
So, former Iowa punter Tory Taylor was drafted in the 4th round by the Bears.
Right. You're going to tell us if he's a winner or a loser?
After getting drafted, he was texted by Caleb Williams, who, as you know, was the first pick in the draft by the Bears, and said, "We won't be needing much of you."
That happened.
Tory Taylor, I think winner.
Well, especially because they ended up needing him in the preseason. Like
Yeah,
Tory
it's
Taylor was a
preseason.
little bit of a star of the show in the preseason.
Yeah.
Right, but he's talking regular
Big,
season.
loud American punts.
How do we think that's going to go for Caleb? Is he going to be a winner or a loser this year, Mike?
I think he's going to be a winner this
Yeah.
year.
He's a winner just for saying that. I
Honestly,
mean, honestly,
that is
or
true.
texting that.
How about
yes.
this? Define what a winner for Caleb Williams is this year.
Okay, I can do that for you if you'd like.
Please.
Caleb Williams has a very low hurdle to clear in terms of like Bears rookie quarterbacks, right? He needs to throw 2,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. That's all he needs to do to set franchise
Those
records.
would be Bears records
for rookie records. Those are Bear quarterback rookie records.
What?
2,200 yards.
I mean,
and
Stugotz, this is
10
the franchise
touchdowns.
that's not had a 4,000-yard passer ever in its history. So
Did they draft Jay Cutler though?
This is
was
just
that Denver?
just so you know,
Denver. Yeah.
that is a worse season than Bryce Young had last year, which I think a lot of people thought was a disappointing season for a number 1 pick. So all he has to do is do slightly better, and the Bears will then think, oh my God, we found our franchise quarterback, because this is just kind of what happens with them,
Never
right?
seen this.
And then the Bears, all they have to do is not fire their head coach after his first season, and then they will break that record of firing their head coach after drafting a quarterback in the first round, which they've done the last 2 times with Kyle Orton and Jim McMahon. No, with Mitch Trubisky.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, Big Buff Mitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
You came prepared.
Damn, Billy.
Wow. Yeah.
So winner or loser?
Ooh.
Caleb Williams or Tory Taylor?
We'll do one at a
Or the
time.
Bears.
All right. I'm going to go winner for both. I think getting brought in to a good city in Chicago, you're Tory Taylor, like you were the star last year at Iowa, like you were Mr. Punter. It's going to give you more time to potentially go back and do autograph signings around there.
Right. There's some relief there. He's used up like plenty. I mean,
There was too much pressure on him.
He got out at the right time,
He did.
right? His stock would have fallen after this
Oh my
week.
God, 40
Dave
points?
McNamara,
Yeah.
right?
Unreal.
Do you think that gets fixed when Kirk grabs the helms again there?
So, Golic, I
Going
said
there.
I was calling out McNamara in that offense, and I said, hey, do it when Kirk Ferentz is on the
Yeah.
sideline.
I know. He gets back and like, listen, guys,
That's not what we do here.
I don't know who let you think
He
that
was
this
embarrassed by
okay. Oh, he was at home beside himself. I'm sure. Absolutely beside himself.
Rare. They were the loser that week in his eyes. They won by 40.
Okay,
They were a
well, what
loser.
cost? They sold a piece of their soul.
Exactly
This is
right.
Iowa football.
Guys, we only like to win by a field goal.
And we only like
to score a
have,
field goal.
we only like to have our specialists and defensive players score offensively. Strictly forbidden. Sorry, Lucy. Yeah, I'll go winners for both of those guys. What about you, Stugotz?
I can't say. First off, I think you're wrong with Caleb Williams because he has unreasonable expectations for a rookie quarterback only because the team surrounding him is so damn
Well,
good.
only because CJ Stroud existed last year.
Correct.
And did exactly the thing that's now presented in front of Caleb.
But CJ took guys that I didn't know if they were good and made them great.
True.
Right?
True.
Caleb has guys that are great, Hall of Fame great. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, got Roma Duze, got a good defense.
What he was drafted into was ranked number 1 over the past 25 years and for a number 1 pick. And I think it was second in like top 12 picks overall.
Yeah.
And the person that was ahead of him was Dante Culpepper, but that was like a cheat because he didn't play his first year with Randy Moss.
Let me try one with Golic here.
All right.
Winner or loser.
Okay.
Well, that's not how we do it, right? Marcus Freeman being recognized for all the right reasons, but really the wrong reasons. No one's talking about what a great coach he is, okay? They're only talking about how damn good-looking he is. Winner or loser?
I'm going to go winner because I got this text this morning as it
boy.
relates to that. Mm-hmm. Someone said, hey, my friend, buddy Ramon Foster, former offensive guard for the Steelers, college football fans usually mimic their head coaches when they win big, right? If I don't see droves of men from Notre Dame wearing Marcus Freeman, Lululemon, thigh-fitting, bun-enhancing stretch pants, y'all aren't real fans.
So we heard from Jessica Smetana, who obviously has a Notre Dame connection as well. Marcus has his own fashion line, essentially. Like, they make clothes specifically for him that are not available to the public.
He we've asked him about that in the past, and he's said, I just wear what they give me. But I do believe that is the case because I've been looking at the bookstore for a while, shopping around, trying to find it, and
can't
it's
find
not
any
there.
of it, right?
And honestly, from a fan standpoint, why would you want to wear what Marcus is wearing? It's not a good comparison.
Yeah.
Correct. Right. You're not going to look as good in it.
Still winner, though. Hot coach, hot team. Winners.
We'll see what happens with Notre Dame.
There's always that one game. You know what I mean? Like, you look at the schedule, like, where is
No, but Billy, this is the game they usually lose. It was at Texas A&M. That's the game, and Gojo knows
That's what I'm saying. We got over the hump.
Right,
we
they
did
get
it.
over the hump.
We have a double thank you for your service year for Notre Dame, Navy and Army.
Wow.
Are we going to disrespect our troops twice and blow them out?
No, see, we respect the troops by going out and playing with our best effort.
Your dad says that all the
that's
time.
your
dad says that?
No,
No,
phooey.
it's a
That's
bunch
what
of
I say.
BS.
It
You know
is.
what?
We go out and we stand with them when their alma mater plays after. They stand with us. It's a
It's like
beautiful moment.
Mayweather and McGregor. You carry him to the fourth quarter. You keep it close, and then, you win by 10 at the end,
No. If you keep it close in the fourth quarter against the service academies, recipe for disaster. As someone that's still watching Navy's gigantic white fullback from 2010 run up and down the field and break every rushing record known to man, you don't want to let them hang around.
I love what his dad told us one time. He goes, here's what we do when we played Army and Navy. When we tackled them, we would help them up.
Yeah.
Oh, that helps. I mean, get out of here.
There's nothing more demoralizing than hitting one of those guys as hard as you can and just watching them pop up and be like, great hit, next play. It's like Andrew Luck, but they're getting ready to serve our country.
Right, but how about you let them win a game? I mean,
No.
Well, I mean, we didn't have to let them. They did. They beat us a couple times when I was there.
God bless football, Gojo.
God bless football, Billy Gill.
God bless football, Mikey A.
God bless football, all of us.
It is time for this week's edition of Stugotz presented by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DraftKings and all it has to offer throughout the show. DraftKings, the crown is yours. I need to speak softly because I am doing this after the Kansas City-Baltimore game from a hotel room in Kansas City at 12:30 at night, and there are people sleeping. In fact, they're banging on the walls now. So I have to rip through these very quickly. Football is back. Oh, my God. Chiefs, Ravens, classic. Anyway, college football, week 2, 5-3 last week, off to a good start. We go to Northwestern first. Went to them last week. They won. They covered. We go to them again. Northwestern minus 2.5, taking on Duke. Northwestern wins. They cover. They win by 7 points at home. We go to Syracuse. Sneaky good team. I've been telling you, they are +3 at home, taking on Georgia Tech, the rare 2-0 team after week 1. Buy it up a half point. Syracuse +3.5. I don't know why I'm buying a half point. I think Syracuse is going to win the game outright. How about that? They win at home 24-20. We go to Memphis. Mike Ryan tells me this might be a sneaky good team, a team that might make the playoffs. I'm not certain if he told me that or not. I think he did. Anyway, Memphis -18. They're at home taking on Troy. Memphis wins. They cover. They win by 4 tutties. 28 points at home. Cincinnati -2 taking on Pitt. The Bearcats win and cover. Cincinnati by 8 points over Pittsburgh. We go to Iowa. Lucy, Cade McNamara. Oh my God, will he be able to do it with Kirk Ferentz on the sidelines? We'll find out together. Iowa -3 taking on Iowa State at home. I'm taking the Hawkeyes here. Buy it down a half point. Iowa wins. They cover. They win by 7 points at home. Kansas -5 at Illinois. I think Kansas is sneaky good. They win. They cover. They win by 10 points on the road. Colorado. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Taking on Nebraska at Nebraska. Buy it up a half point. Colorado +7.5. Nebraska wins. Colorado covers. Nebraska by 4 points at home. Big game of the weekend. Oh, is it big? Big schools, big brands, big implications. Texas -7 at Michigan. Buy it. Down a half point. That's right, Texas. I think Texas is the best team in the country. They win at Michigan and they cover at Michigan. Texas by 14 points on the road over the defending national champions. NFL Week 1. You'll have to trust me. I took the Chiefs. I'm 1-0. Let's go to Chicago. I think they're really good. In fact, I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. Oh my God, what was I thinking? Anyway, -3.5. They're at home. They're taking on the Titans. I think Caleb Williams is the real deal. The Bears win. They cover the Bears by 10 points over the Titans. Bengals -8.5. Taking on the Patriots. Buy it down a half. The Patriots are bad. I am so happy to be saying that. Bad. Bengals -8 at home. Bengals win. They cover by 17 points. Dolphins -3 taking on the Jaguars. Dolphins win. They cover. Dolphins by 14 points at home. Giants +2 taking on the Vikings. Sam Darnold. What? Anyway, Giants getting 2 points. They're going to win. They're going to cover the spread. The Giants by 4 points over the Vikings. We go to Cleveland. It's an interesting game. Dallas +2.5 taking on the Browns. Buy it up a half point. Dallas +3. I don't know why I keep doing this when I think the team's going to win anyway. Dallas beats Cleveland. They win by 10 points on the road. The Bucks take it on Washington. Bucks -3 at home. Buy it down to 2.5. The Bucks win. They cover. The Bucks by 10 points. Chargers -3 taking on the Raiders. Buy that down a half point. Chargers win. They cover. Jim Harbaugh's first game with the Chargers. Chargers by 14 points at home. And finally, big game of the weekend, Jets at Niners. Monday Night Football. Jets getting 4.5 points on the road. I picked the Jets to go to the Super Bowl. Jets-Bears Super Bowl. Can you imagine? Anyway, the Jets are going to win this game outright. It's +4.5. The Jets are winning by a field goal. Those are the picks, everyone. Good luck.
Stugotz.
Billy.
Game of inches.
That's what we like. That's what we like to say around here. It's a game of centimeters.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a game of inches.
What we say in the Midwest.
Yeah. Worthy's good, huh?
I mean,
So's Likely.
Oh, Likely is good.
what were the Bills thinking?
Well, explain that, because you have been on this today, and you're right, by the way, but the Bills essentially handed the Kansas City Chiefs, the team they're trying to overcome in the AFC, they handed them a fast wide receiver who's really good.
Who they could have used, who they needed on their team.
Yes.
Let me play counterpoint really quick.
Oh,
Is
point,
Xavier
counterpoint.
Worthy that kind of guy if he's not on a team like the Chiefs? Like if he goes,
I understand what you're saying. Yes.
If he goes to like the Panthers, is he? Is
Well,
he
that's
still
unfair,
that guy?
but we're not doing that. We're saying he could have been a Buffalo Bill. I mean,
So when Stugotz and I were walking around the concourse here in the Midwest, we were talking about how he's going to be good, but also he's incredible as like a fourth option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you're not wrong, but man, he was fun to watch. He's so quick.
Oh no, he's so quick. It was such a great way to start the season. Let's start with the because we just came from the game. We're sitting in a hotel lobby, by the way.
Yeah.
And we just came from
Next
the game.
to a great escalator.
So I have maintained forever that Arrowhead, just aesthetically, it's so pleasing when you see it on television. For me, it was even better being there in person. And I got to tell you, I feel like I'm part of the Chiefs' kingdom. How about that?
You want to play a game
What?
real quick?
Why are you always playing games?
I know we're tired. I know.
No,
it's,
Billy, we
it's
just
late.
watched an amazing game.
I
Like,
know.
why do we have to play a game after we watched an amazing game?
You're going to like this game.
Okay, what is it?
It's called The Season Ended Today.
Oh, I want to play that game.
Oh yeah, we got to play that game. No, that's the game we got to play.
Yeah, it's the game I always want to play. Yeah. But what do you guys think of Arrowhead?
I loved it.
Okay,
I
good.
thought it was great.
Yes.
And also, are we going to say this out loud, or is this a little secret? Or is this just between us, the listeners here?
Yeah.
Stugotz, this is a secret we're going to share with the audience.
Okay.
You're walking around saying people in Miami do not care about
Oh, no.
football as much.
Not the way Kansas
Just
City does.
Just quiet. Not as
They-
much as we do here in Kansas City.
Kansas City cares about football. More than we care about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would they care about it if they had back-to-back championships?
I think they would. I think they would.
It's really easy to care about something when you're really good at it.
You know, I'm not going to allow this Midwest slander. I'm not going to allow you to say
Yes.
that we're fake fans here and that it's just that we're a bunch of front runners. Not going to happen.
Right.
Not on my watch.
Not on your watch.
I mean,
Not
how
on my
dare
watch.
you question the people in the heartland of America?
Yeah.
How dare you?
I tipped my hat to members of the military, I'd say at least 8 times.
I spent more time tipping my cap to members of the military than I did watching the football game. That's all they do here in
and
Kansas
I loved
City.
it.
Yeah.
Every time. And we looked.
TYFYS. TYFYS.
Yeah.
We looked around. Not a cap on a head.
Yep. You don't have to tell
Everybody
them.
knew you just stand
They
up.
know
And
what to
everybody
do.
knows.
Yeah.
You turn around.
Yep.
You look up at the big drum.
Yep.
You tip your cap.
Unbelievable fans. On the flip side, it's really creepy that a lot of people go to great lengths to look like Andy Reid around here. I mean,
I don't know that they're going to great lengths, or it's just a natural thing. There's just a bunch of Andy Reids walking around. It's not like the guy at the Super Bowl that dressed like
it's
him.
not the fake Andy Reid. It's not over the top. It's not a costume.
Reid-looking people. You're right.
They
like
actually
Andy
cut
Reid.
their hair and they groomed their mustache to look like Andy Reid. The Walrus.
Sex sells.
I think the Walrus was Craig Stadler. He's right. It's a good line. So, if the season ended today, the Chiefs.
Chiefs. Ravens done. By the way,
So close.
we watch this game. They're so close, those two teams.
Oh, my God. I mean, they faced each other in the AFC Championship game. Yes, they're very close. Lamar Jackson's very good. He's scary. But here's the thing with Lamar Jackson. This is why he gets criticized. So the last play of the game of inches, game of centimeters, we know that. Likely is unbelievable. But the play before that, Mahomes always completes that pass. I think it was Zay Flowers. Wide open.
Wide open.
In the end zone. I don't know how Lamar, being a 2-time MVP and being the best athlete on a field full of world-class athletes, cannot make that throw.
The likely play will be seen over and over again all season. We'll be talking about it. We'll be looking at, oh, he was so close. But honestly, it shouldn't have even happened because they should have completed the pass before.
Yes.
And he didn't.
Billy, what he is saying is if the season ended today, the most important play wasn't the last play. It was the play before the last play.
God bless football.
Yeah, oh God, it's back. Big game tomorrow in Brazil.
Oh.
Or tonight, I'm sorry.
Today.
Yeah, tonight.
What day is it?
I don't know. Billy and I haven't slept in 4 days. God bless football, everyone.
In the NFL, there is no margin for error. One mistake can change the outcome of a game. Science proves quality sleep can help boost reaction time, recovery time, and overall athletic performance. As the official sleep wellness partner of the NFL, Sleep Number's mission is to provide players with data and insights to optimize their sleep for the ultimate competitive edge. Sleep is essential for recovery, and we all have unique needs. That's why Sleep Number smart beds are perfect for couples, with individualized settings for each side. Since 2018, Sleep Number and the NFL have teamed up to bring quality sleep to elite athletes. 8 out of 10 NFL players, including 80% of Kansas City Chiefs players, trust Sleep Number for their best rest. And now, during Sleep Number's biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus special financing for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, official sleep and wellness partner of the NFL. See store for details.